ladies, I want to know what type of guys you're running into. Not your boyfriend, not the one guy that you're really into, but if you run into 10 dudes that you're all attractive, you all have, you know, options. You guys hit on you left and right. I'm very confident with that. I would like you to describe the typical guy that you run into and why you gave them a red thumbs down. Go ahead.
There's like a variety of men going on right now. There's some who are actually driven by, you know, business and intellectual and smart. Then there's like the trust funds who are there. Just because they have a trust fund, they're absolutely doing nothing with their life. They're just very unattractive. I like when a man has drive. Then you have the guys that are in the club every weekend who you can't even hold a conversation with, and they think they're cool because they're table moochers or they're chilling with the promoters. Then you have the people who are actually just trying to like make a day-to-day living, right? So it's like you have like such variety of men out there, and I feel like a lot of men forget to be masculine. Like the gender roles aren't there anymore. So I feel like dating nowadays is very hard because it's like the men aren't being men anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm listening up. Amy, what are your thoughts on this? You know, you do a lot of these podcasts. You're aware. You know what's going on out there. You're probably also getting hit on from certain men. What type of men? Older men.
Half my sales team is asked her out. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, of course. What are you running into?
Well, I would say that now, since I've come into this space, it's been better. But prior to that, yeah, it was tough. Like before I even knew what the word simp was, I'd never even heard that phrase. I was like, there's a lot of men who are like that out there. To be honest, the ones who are buying into OnlyFans, the ones who are, you know, encouraging and yas queening the women who are going into their masculine, like this is the typical type of men you see because they are, again, very liberal. Going back to the first conversation we had, that's why I, by default, wouldn't be attracted to that guy. I think they're just completely polar opposite ideologies, you know? Liberal to the more conservative.
So you're
values.
saying that there's a correlation between the type of...
Liberals and the feminization of men.
Okay.
And the masculinization of women.
Toss your mic over here to Tiffany. What do you got to say?
So
what type of guy do you run into?
The type of guy that I run into, no ambition, still lives with mom. He has no ambition.
At what age?
Huh?
What age?
Dude, I ran into people that are like in their 30s that live with their mom. It's wild. Let's see. I have a lot of them are messed up on like drugs, alcohol, and then not only that is what Amy said, the feminization of men. But I think that's like a lot with the food system too. What they put in foods. So I think it like also messes with their head, and then the indoctrinating of like them through school. They're trying to make men more feminine. And so it's like, I actually had a guy, before I went to New York, he came up to me at this bar, like in Brickell. And I was actually with Icy. So this guy kept coming up to us, and you know, he's like, oh, you're really beautiful. And I'm just like, you know, I do porn, so I'm just like, yeah, millions of other people think so too. So what's your sales pitch? And he's like, oh, I just want to say you're really pretty. He comes to sit next to me. I'm just like, excuse me, what about you asking me? So they lack a lot of mannerism.
And then Icy stabbed him.
No, actually, no. I almost beat him with the heel of my shoe. Yeah. I was like, if you don't get away, I'm going to take off my shoe. And I started untying it. And I'm like, I will beat you with the heel of my shoe.
That's the Nikki Haley approach from the debate last night.
No, ask Icy tomorrow. She will tell you.
Melissa, you have a different perspective because you're dating some guys in their like early 20s, I would assume. What are you seeing out there with Gen Z?
Honestly, I think it's a broad of the same thing. So a lot of guys nowadays are losing their masculinity. And me as a woman, I do find myself a little more masculine. Just in the sense of moving to Miami at 18 years old, you grow up a lot faster. So I feel like I would be in Miami and I would, you know, guys approach you, but it's like these guys don't have their shit together and they're in their 30s, they're in their 40s, they're pushing like 20s. And I'm 18 here trying to get my shit together. So it's like, for me, it's hard to find a guy that's more masculine than me.
So what, you said that you have assumed the more masculine role in this type of relationship?
Not in a relationship, but I just see in this generation that a lot of guys are growing up to not be as masculine as they used to be.
What would you tell the guys your age if you could give them advice?
figure it out. Don't be a bitch.
Okay. All right. So
That's what I did. That's what everyone told me.
Nika,
Solid
let's
advice.
get Nika's opinion here.
Mine
just
is,
be better. Be
mine
taller
is
and
totally
fucking hotter.
different. Like mine have to deal with drama. I always find a guy that has like 3 babies, like 2 baby mamas,
hell no.
and like.
That sounds like a pretty masculine dude, actually. I'm kidding.
Yeah, he
I'm
has
kidding.
money, he does
Masculine's
this, but
no
then later
structure.
he has a girlfriend and a side chick, and then he's trying to talk to me. Like, I don't know
Sounds
why.
like a very different problem than the
So
one that
are you interested in the guy? Forget about the baby mama drama, the baby mama culture. Are you actually interested in that guy, and then you come to find out there's all these other layers?
Yeah, like that.
Okay, so you like the guy.
Yeah, I like
He's
him.
out there, he's
He's
successful,
good.
he's got all these baby mamas, he's doing his thing. And you're like, oh, I'm actually into this dude, but then you come to find out, nah.
Yeah.
Well, of course you liked him. All these other girls liked him before you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He's figured it out.
Yes.
But it's
Well,
like,
it speaks
He's
to
a
you talked
scam.
about. He's getting all the money. He's getting all the chicks. he's getting all the baby
they're
mamas.
sharing him, right?
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
an apex guy, and they're sharing him,
There's
whether
this
they
group
know
of
it or
men,
not.
There's this group of men with no friends and this group of men with no dates, and then she's with a dude who has multiple baby mamas and money.
That guy
I'm
is
just not
literally
it is
community dick. That's what he is.
It is a
He's the what?
He
disproportionate.
is community dick. Everyone's
Yeah.
fucked him. There's nothing special about him.
But it's
No, there is something special.
No, there's not.
That guy will
No,
continue.
he's probably
Natural selection.
no.
What you
No
guys
girl's
talk
gonna
about.
be like, he's been with everybody. I don't want to. I'm not
He's
interested.
probably super narcissistic and a
let's make
sociopath.
it. Hold on, let's make it
Like,
objective.
That guy's gonna do just
Yeah.
fine. I
Time
promise.
Let's make an objective observation about this, okay? What you're saying is it's not special because he's community dick, right?
Correct.
But from his reality, are more women going to come and want to have sex with him?
Maybe he's a really good smooth talker, or he's narcissistic with the way he is with women, because
But from
I'm sure he's
his
not
re-
revealing
time out.
who he
From
really
his
is
re-
in
hold
the,
on.
in the
From
beginning.
his reality, are more women going to come and have sex with him?
I don't know, because I don't date guys
Oh
like
my
that.
God, but you know
I don't
the
know.
answer.
I
You
don't
lived
know.
in Miami
I
long
don't
enough to know the
I'm not
answer.
a baby mama. Never will be.
No, I'm not talking about baby
I don't
mama,
know.
but I'm saying when you look at this from the outside looking in, you don't have to be one of the women involved, but you know that this dude who has consistently had lots of women, who you're saying isn't special, is going to keep getting more and more women. I'm friends with Bilzerian, and I keep hearing women talk shit about him, and then I go to his house, and it's a fucking line of women trying to hook up with him.
Yeah.
I just you keep telling me he's not special and that women don't like him, and then I
Maybe
watch.
in my eyes, no.
Yes,
Maybe
from
in
your eyes.
some other women,
Yeah.
yes, but we don't see eye to eye.
No,
we don't align with
agree,
that.
but it's solipsistic to believe that the entire world is from your perspective.
No, no one said that. I'm telling you my view.
I got it.
Other women,
but
yes,
for him,
great.
but for you to say he's not special, or for him to say
Okay,
he's
I
low
don't think
value.
he's
Got it.
special.
Okay, my point is, from his reality, it's like saying a rich person is poor just because you don't like him. No, he's still
No,
wealthy, even though you
no
don't
one's
like
saying
him.
that. I'm just letting you know how I feel and
For
how
sure.
my objective on that situation.
Guys, real quick, let's just take a.
He's not
let's-
talking
hold on,
about-
Tiffany. Let's just take a moment of silence for Leonardo DiCaprio. He's really struggling out
shit.
there with
I
the
know what
women
you're
right
gonna
now. As he gets older and wealthier,
Women don't want to
Seasoned.
date him.
he can't find any
Seasoned
women.
now.
It's a problem
Yes.
for Leo.
Yeah, but
No,
are they
I see what you're saying. You're not interested in that type
Yeah.
of guy.
You're not
But Michael's
wrong, but
spot on.
his-
That
his
guy's gonna have
strategy-
You know,
zero
what
problem
it
getting
is?
women.
In
Why is he getting all
Miami
these
and like
women?
the Latin community, it's everyone's a baby mama. They have like 10. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're literally one of 10.
Yeah, but but my point is his strategy. He's fucking batting 400 and hitting 60 home runs. Like his strategy is working so
Yeah.
well for him. He has no reason to change whatsoever.
Women are willing
so when
to
you can say
share
he's not
him.
special from his
Those
reality.
women are cuckoo, because that's not me.
Okay,
Right,
that's
but you keep
that's a
saying-
judgment call.
But most
I'm
women are.
judgmental. I'm
objective.
judgmental on the
Yeah.
situation that was brought to my attention. I'm letting you know how I feel.
Yeah.
So.
The guy that you live with, that you're in love with 4 months and all that, if he had a kid, would he be ruled out, or you'd still be interested? That guy that you love, that is great, that his business is savvy, is awesome,
It would
he's
depend
amazing.
on the situation with
The situation
either
is
the
he has a kid.
ex-wife or
Yeah.
ex-baby mama, whatever may be. Everything's situational.
Okay.
I
But
can't
let's
make- I
say he
can't.
got along with the ex-baby mama.
If it was
and-
cordial, yeah.
So you'd be interested still.
Yeah, but not someone that has 2, 3, 4 baby mamas
Yeah,
lined
I
up on,
agree.
Okay.
on this
One
child
kid is not
support, this,
bad.
that.
Nika,
no.
what's your baby mama limit?
like 2.
Two baby mamas.
generous.
Yeah.
So you'd be the third.
No.
You'd be the
I
third.
thought you said.
That's a
I thought
threshold.
the opposite. I'm thinking you're saying like where I say hell no. I'll
Okay.
say hell no at 2.
Gotcha. Tony,
So one, basically.
what's your baby mama limit? How many would you be willing to deal with if the guy had multiple baby mamas?
One, because I want to have a traditional marriage where
Okay.
me and him experience our children together.
So 0 is the answer.
yeah, it was 0. Well,
Okay.
I'm the baby mama.
You're the only.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She's the one.
What type of guys are you running into? Because let's hone in on this. What type of guys are you running into? You're
I'm-
24,
23.
23.
And he's single.
Okay.
Single, yeah. I'm having a terrible experience in Miami for sure compared to, I mean, I was in Vegas before this, so I'm running into lack of commitment, and I don't think men take relationships seriously anymore. I think there's too much focus on people being focused on the physical. I think social media is definitely a... Sorry, you can...
No. What you're saying, you live in a place where
it's so materialistic.
It is not cheap to live in Miami.
Yeah.
The men who live there and have any flourishing or success or have that Lambo or whatever, that self-selects for a select few of men that are not only wealthy, but often ambitious and aggressive. And so from that standpoint, yes, you're going to find men
and
who
fertile,
generally have have the ability to have more sexual partners. That number is going to increase.
I guess that's what I'm seeing.
What I'm saying is men in general aren't like men in Miami.
Exactly.
And so what happens is if you tell a woman, hey, I guarantee if you moved to Waco, Texas, you'd find a husband in 2 seconds. And he'd worship the ground you walk on. But they was like, well, no, I'm moving to Brickell or I'm moving to West Hollywood. Like, that's the thing. You can't tell them shit. So that's what happens.
I guess that's what I'm seeing. The problem is, though, is you have these high value men honestly having sex with, to me, low value women, because I think a woman who doesn't care what his guy does is not really like, they're not in a committed relationship. So I think them ruling out all of the high value women and all the high value women have to basically settle for someone that's lower, it doesn't make sense to me. I think the high value men are the ones with options that are kind of screwing everything up for everyone.
What's a high value woman by your definition?
What comes through the soul? Where's your heart at? How do you treat other people? How do you treat your kids?
Okay, but tangibles, like, okay, how you treat people, how you treat your kids, anything else?
Yeah, I think these women who are having sex with guys in Miami and don't care that their guy is having sex with 15 other girls that night, to me, that's not really value in yourself.
15?
That's not a committed...
I need Taco Bell after 5.
If you're talking about a player, though...
15?
Well, why would you want a committed relationship with someone that's not committed? Is that value to you?
Not necessarily.
So to me, that's value, is you want commitment and you want to share something special with someone else, right?
High value isn't just about money. It's who men want to be and who women want to fuck. And a high value woman brings value to her man.
Yeah,
that's
we're not talking about money. We're not talking about money.
Someone who can lock down a high value man and sustain that relationship, it's not what you can attract, it's what you can keep. I think that's a high value woman.
A high value
Don't
woman
you think most high value men
guys
just get
aren't
trophy
keeping
wives?
them. They're not keeping them.
They're
replaceable.
The women aren't keeping them, or the men aren't keeping them?
The men aren't keeping them. You just said a high value woman is one that gets kept.
Doing something
They're not
wrong
getting
then.
kept. They're getting replaced next night.
Ask Maya about
The women that are kept.
the bumps she's been.
All right, so let's get Maya in here. You said ask him about the bunch he's been with. You're in a small town, Siesta Key, Sarasota. It's not exactly big city living. I've spent time there. What type of guys are you running into over there?
So I think just in general, like as a society now, I think there's a lack of morals and respect that are being taught, and I think that comes from the household. So I don't know if it's because a lot of people are growing up in homes where both of their parents are working and they're essentially being raised by schools. But you don't get a lot of the guys, I think just in general, because although, I live in one place, I travel, quite a bit. I've met my fair share of like well-rounded, I feel like I could put together people. And I think it's just a lack of morals. You don't have a guy who wants to keep a girl. You have guys now. I opened my phone the other day and a huge discussion is, why do women have a hard time splitting the bill with men when they go out to dinner?
Absolutely not.
No, that was just never a question, years ago. So you have guys who are acting feminine, who are not taught this is what a man does, this is what a woman does. They're also introduced to Instagram. So they're going to think they're going to go on a date with a Instagram model, split the bill, she'll go home with him right after. And I feel like that is what
that's foul.
A lot of guys have in mind when they go on dates.
So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another, or if you want to watch the entire SOSCAST, click right here.